All right. The FedEx guy just came. I'm very excited because I've been waiting for this. I've been looking for one. I'll admit I had one of these back in the 70s and actually for a long time. And I saw AH fix it. He does a lot of stereo fixing and tuning and so on. Other, mostly receivers, but other stuff. But he did one of these. Oh, this is pretty decent. There's a box that already had a bunch of foam in it. We're going to blank this out and then I'll do the reveal. Nice box he said that in. All right, so here it is. This is the MCS Modular Component Systems, which was the house brand of JCPenney back in the 70s. I had one. It was a great receiver. Had a lot of great controls, and I got looking around, and a lot of ones in there for parts are kind of beat and everything, and these usually use I got a feeling I might have to oh, it's like the knob is off one detent here. Let's turn it to off. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And aux. There you got your tape in. You got FM, you got aux, so you could run your CD player. You got your tape input, you got your phono. I think they're magnetic inputs. Phono 1, photo 2. It might. I have to look at the manual. But this is in awesome shape. Really, really awesome shape. It doesn't look like it's 50 years old. Even the case is not beat up. So whoever owned this took very good care of it. I'm going to plug it in. I'm just going to go straight for it. No dim bulb for Bob. I want to see if the illumination lights work. Oh yeah! I think they all work. Even the bulbs all work. I don't have to change those. The FM light, oh yes it does, it's just dirty. I'm not seeing anything in the FM, but we're inside the house and there's no antenna. Sometimes you should get a little, I think the switches are just really dirty. I don't have any speakers hooked up, of course. I'm just spinning through here to see if the dial moves at all. Let's try AM. There's a station nearby around 1400. Again, I'm not seeing anything, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm just going to take it and clean all the pots and switches and everything first, and we'll test it on the bench. I got some speakers down there I can hook right up to it. And maybe I'll take that tape deck down there and work through that. What's nice about this is it actually has a mid-range control, 40 detent volume. It has mono stereo mode, tone defeat on and off. All tone defeat does is it bypasses the tone controls and just runs the straight signal in. So what you can do is turn that on and off to see what your tone controls are actually doing. Loudness just gives it a bass boost, slope. Balance, of course, is just one side or the other. Low filter, so if it's rumbly, like your turntable, sometimes they rumble because they just shake a little bit or something. That low filter on and off, you probably want that off. Scratch filter, if you got something that's really hissy and scratchy, you can turn that on, but it's usually off. And FM muting mutes out the FM until you actually get a hot channel. So you don't get a lot of because you're moving around, you know. Is that the right sound? So cool. It's dusty. The terminals are a little dusty. But it looks good on the back. It's not horrible or nothing like that. We'll get it working. It's a pretty simple circuit, and from seeing the Fix-It guy, everything is easy to get to, even cleaning the pots and stuff. So you don't have to like rip out all the circuit boards and all that stuff. So we're going to do a whole video on testing and cleaning this guy up. So this is just a quick reveal here. We're going to get to it. Alright, I decided to move out here to the table. And let this soak in for a few minutes. Deoxit D5 has some lubricant to it. I'm sure they're just stuck from age. All you gotta do is whack them. Huh. That's funny. They're just Oh shit. Well, that sucked. Don't hit him too hard. Which I did, apparently. I'll put the tab back in there so I can... They go up and then they come down. So they go up and open the hole and then they come down like a little guillotine. These will work. This will still work. I'll just have to tap on it. That's weird. They're so sticky. I don't know if like WD-40 would do better. Alright. So I'm going to let that sit there. I've got some work to do on this, obviously. I might be able to buy new strips like this, or banana plugs. Oh! Right in the face. That's stupid. Stupid, Bob. Keep your finger on that because you broke it, you numbnuts. That's weird. That one's working. I'm gonna go see if I got some PB Blaster. Okay, so change of plans. I was working on those speaker terminals and I took the cover off to see how they fit. That is all dust and dust devils and kitties and stuff in here, so I'm not going to be hooking this up right now. I'm definitely going to have to service, and I just broke the wooden cover. I went to lift it off and snap bang it went. So I'm going to have to re-glue it. Alright. So there you go, a change of plans. Alright, well what's going on today? I got a couple little jobs I'm going to start with here first. And this is the stereo cabinet top to an old stereo that I bought, because it's the same one I had back in the 70s that I loved. The old MCS made by J.C. Penney's. I think they were made by Pioneer. If you look at Pioneer construction and the way they laid out their front panels and stuff in the 70s, this looks just like them. So what I've got here is, I was pulling this off and this whole end just flapped. So I'm not going to bend that much because there's pleather, you know, faux get some glue coming out here first. There's genuine simulated wood grain finish, as I've seen on some of them. So I'm just going to drop some glue down in these grooves and we'll give them a chance to run down just a little bit. And some of these cracks here. just let that run down in there a little bit. And then I'm just going to stand it on an end. I don't want to clamp it super tight because it was tight coming off. We'll just let gravity hold that together. And then that'll be fixed. That's all there is to this. I am going to clean the actual receiver out with alcohol and air here pretty soon. So let's go do that. And yeah. Then we'll move on to the good project. I got a little bit of welding to do on a couple of lawn chair arms. They just tack weld them together. What are you doing, Ted? My big boy is exploring while the barn is open here. He can't get into the attic. You checking for mice, buddy? I've caught only a few in here. You do your policing, buddy. You find them. Oh, he's prowling all over the little nook and crannies there. He loves to, oh, there I see his feet. He's down in there. What you doing, handsome? Hi, big fella. You find anything? You know the old curiosity killed the cat? Yeah. They have a tendency to get into things in places where they shouldn't be, don't they? All right, let's get back to work. All right, so right now I'm just going to try straight up air. Not too close yet. Woo! I mean, there's still a little grunge on the boards here. Oh, that's glue. See, they put this glue stuff on there to help keep stuff from moving. Let's move the tuner. It's all the way to that end. 88, okay. He's all the way open. A lot of this stuff I just don't want to mess with because it was set at the factory and I don't think I am going to change anything here. I can get into the pots from the back and I can get the switch. These switches have no holes into them, nor do these are all speaker switches. Oh, there's some little holes in there. I'm just going to spray them along the front and see if everything works good. Now the one guy I saw that worked on one of these, Fix-It, his channel, he works on a lot of stereo stuff, a great guy, go watch him. He had to do, he had the power supply problem because the transformer was shorted. So he found a new transformer and he put it in and he was still getting a short. Come to find out it was one of the little ceramic capacitors between the diodes. Very unusual failure for them to go dead short, and that's probably what shorted and killed the transformer for him. So, but this is clean enough. I'm not going to put any fluids in here or cause any problems. I've got deoxit and stuff like that. I've got the cabinet glowing up, yes. This has got good old 3055 transistors in it. I got lots of those in spare in there. I heard these were actually pretty desirable. So there's some preamps here for the phono and stuff. The magnetic phono preamp, discrete. I'm not going to change any caps or anything until I discover there's a problem. You know? If something is out of whack. You know, I noticed there's a lot of those wire wrap terminals where they just wrap the terminals on the post. I am tempted to solder them all. It reduces your ability to remove them to test, but there's a lot of them where they're just literally wrapped. Wrapped around a post. There's one that's almost touching another one. But it's not now. We left a little flyer hanging off it. But anyway, if I had to, I'm not sure if all the incandescent bulbs work. I guess I could test that. Tape. Oh, there's two tape inputs. There's two phono inputs, and there's an aux. So some of the tape inputs you can use just an accessory, because the aux that I've got here would be my CD player. So the aux I would use here would be the CD player. Alright. And they don't feel scratchy. The pots feel they feel tacky, you know, like they're supposed to. And the volume knob has 40 detents that clicks. Boy, that brings back old memories. The balance has a detent and 0. Yeah. Everything is nice. The only thing that's bent a little bit is the balance knob, but if you're not moving that a lot, you're not going to see it. I'm not going to mess with it. Front panel, yes, needs to be scrubbed. I'm hoping that I can just take it off and clean it. Do these guys just pull off? Yes. But this is going to be for another day. I just wanted to blow this. So I can work on it. It had like a ½ inch of fuzz growing inside of it. All right. I'll tell you.